laughing out back with that motherfucker. You know, he want to take over and shit.
Park the car.
What?
Park the car. You know, I got all this shit hanging over my head. But you off trying to start a war with our partners.
The nigga diss me every time I see him. Acting like he the one in charge and shit.
In Compton, he is the one. You lose. Every time you bite with that nigga, and I'm the one that pays for it. And you gonna get off his corners? You gonna leave his people be? Or you the one that's gonna find yourself a new plug?
You don't mean that shit?
The fuck I don't. I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk. Drive, motherfucker!
Yo, what is up, YouTube? We are back. Another video, another day, another grind. Hope y'all doing good. My name is Dizzy. It's my channel, Dizzy Reacts, where we react to videos. And today we're going to be reacting to this video on D4vd. It's by my boy, helloyassine. I don't know if you guys know about him, but if you do, check him out. He has this channel where he does a lot of extras, so there's always new content, daily content on his channel. I love him. He keeps me up to date on this whole D4vd situation. I've been trying to not get spoiled because I did want to give an authentic reaction to the viewers and everything, or people who might watch this video. But then again, let's get right into this. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. My name is Dizzy, and I hope y'all are staying blessed. Let's get into this video right now.
What's poppin', y'all? Manifestation might be real because D4vd has finally been arrested for...
I did hear this. I did hear they caught him. I did hear they charged him with murder cases and all that. So I'm happy of it. Justice was served, or justice is getting served, I should say, because he is in the trial process. I don't know nothing about American judicial system, so I ain't American, but yeah, I did hear that he was arrested and he is about to start answering for his crime. So that's a good thing, honestly. That's a good thing. Might have taken too long, honestly, because I feel like the whole internet kind of figured it out. Like Twitter figured it out, as well as like TikTok. So it took a while, but you know, at least he's caught.
For the alleged murder of his, quote, girlfriend, Celeste Rivas, who was 13, 14 years old, and D4vd was above 20. Now, the reason why I say that this is some crazy manifestation, because Steve Fisher, SF Investigates, who was a private investigator that delivered so much information in September when we were first covering this D4vd case,
right?
He said this yesterday. 7+ months since Celeste Rivas Hernandez was found dismembered in the front trunk of D4vd's Tesla, and still no charges, no press conference, no answer.
Which is crazy. It's crazy. 7 months? It's crazy. Thank God they finally, you know, started doing it, but it's crazy.
Now, one of D4vd's friends had been taken into custody, but he was let out soon after. LAPD's own press release told the public there may be no criminal culpability beyond concealment of a body. That was a lie. Concealment is a misdemeanor in California. Dismemberment is mutilation of a corpse, a felony. The DA's own legal filings confirm her body was cut apart.
Yeah. That makes sense. How are they saying that there was no criminal culpability beyond concealment of the body, but yet the police officers and the DAs are the ones saying that, yeah, the body was cut up and in like different bags and everything,
and placed in separate bags?
That's weird.
That
That's
is not
weird.
Concealment, and they knew that from day one.
That's
lied to
crazy.
us. So
That's
why
crazy.
are LAPD and the DA lying to the public? They also sealed the medical examiner's report, claiming it was only to ensure detectives received it first. Yet months later, it remained sealed. Why the silence? Why no transparency? Why no charges? What are they hiding? Is this a blown investigation? We cannot move on and forget about this case like they want us to. Justice delayed is justice denied. The time for accountability is now. Do your jobs and remain accountable to the public you serve. And very, very soon after, Variety would break the news that David was arrested for the murder of Celeste. It says here, according to the LAPD, David Burke was arrested by the Robbery Homicide Division for the murder of Hernandez and is being held without bail. The case will be presented to the district attorney's office on Monday for filing consideration. A little bit of a refresher for those of you that may not be as up to date on the case as I have been. Celeste's body was found by officers at a tow yard on September 8th when people were saying there was a terrible smell coming because a Tesla was towed because it wasn't parked in the right spot and it had stayed there for apparently months, or it was actually on the property for days, but the body had allegedly been there for months. So when they finally found where the odor was coming from, police found a dismembered body that was placed in the front truck.
God, I still can't believe, like, you're an officer, you're on duty, you get a call from some tow yard, whatever. Oh, there's a foul smell coming from some car. You know, you're minding your day. You know, you just clocked in, about to start your day. Now you got to drive all the way to some tow yard, some whatever, right? And you just open and you just, like, that's brutal. That's a brutal scene to see. That's something that I don't even think I would be able to stomach that. Like, even thinking about it right now is making me sick. That's insane.
And then they followed where the car was originally registered, which was in Texas, to his family, and then they found that David had the car. So in the beginning, we just found out that, oh, you know, this is this guy's car, and then it's like, oh, well, there's a body, and we were slowly finding out this information in real time. Now, this is video footage of the canines being sent in.
Oh, they got video? Oh, hell no.
The gate is locked. You want to open the gate? Sir, open the gate.
And this is also footage
nah.
of somebody catching from down the block of David's house the arrest in real time.
Was that David there? That's David there. Damn. That's crazy. It still doesn't make sense why. I mean, hopefully the more we watch Yassine's video, I can understand, like, his motives behind it. Maybe he hasn't revealed his motives yet, but it's still kind of crazy to me that you're on a generational run. I'm talking like you're living the dreams that people wish they could live. You're a musician, you're making millions, multi-millions, you're popular, you're famous, your name's everywhere, you know, literal generational run. Literally, there are people out there who wish they could live his lifestyle and everything. Maybe not his whole lifestyle, but that part, right? And you just you fuck it up. You just fuck it all up pretty much. You decide to do some dumb shit for no reason, you know? Why is it that whenever people get famous, they get rich, they get money, they get wealthy, why is it that the next thing they decide to do is to interact with children? Why is it that? Why is it that every rich, famous celebrity, billionaire just does weird, perverted shit with kids? I don't understand. I don't understand it. Honestly, it's got to be something in the waters at this point. This is f***ed.
David's lawyers responded saying they will rigorously defend his innocence, which I hope they do. I mean, they're his lawyers. Let us be clear. The actual evidence in this case will show.
I hope they do. I ain't defending. Lawyer or not. If I was his lawyer, I would have told. What? Defending?
That David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and he was not the cause of her death.
Are you sure
There
about
has been
that?
no indictment returned by any grand jury in this case, and no criminal complaint filed. David has only been detained under suspicion. We will vigorously defend David's innocence. And Steve Fisher would continue and say, funny enough, just 6 hours after that initial post is when the arrest happened. And he says, finally, David has been arrested for the murder of Celeste Hernandez. It appears he was not indicted, but rather arrested by the LAPD, and charges will be sent to the district attorney by Monday for formal charging. More to come. Now, this is a little bit disappointing. Like, we take what we can get with this situation because like David needed to be behind bars a very long time ago.
For sure.
It's been almost a year since they're estimating that the body was not found, but since
decomposing,
he was
right?
Killed
Or
decomposing.
Died.
We don't even really know the details of that yet.
Yeah.
And just now, because she was a missing person first, and then they found the body, and that was like September 8th, like I said. And then
I forgot. She went missing for like a year.
And there are no charges being brought forth. Usually, if something takes this long, they come in, they pick you up, they slap you with the charges. But right now, they're just detaining him. Maybe they saw that he was potentially a flight risk, and they saw that he was going to fly to a different country, and they said, we got to pick him up now. Otherwise, he might not come back. That's potential. But Steve Fisher would continue saying, David was arrested by complaint, not indictment, and the case will be submitted to the DA's office for charging consideration.
Complaint. He was arrested by complaint, not indictment. So was it the public that were complaining, or individuals that were complaining to look into this guy? Is that why they arrested? What's the difference between like complaint and I know what complaint and indictment is, but like what makes it different? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you get less of charge with a complaint or an indictment, or is it just a different form of just bringing like individuals in?
Means either
like I know what they both mean individually, but I don't know like
an arrest by complaint,
which one I guess weighs more.
A preliminary hearing to determine probable cause.
If y'all know, just tell me in the comments.
This doesn't even mean they have anything. This is bad for the justice of Celeste. But hopefully, we trust in the process. Our beloved LAPD, they always get the job done, right?
They do.
This is a public hearing where evidence is presented and witnesses are questioned under oath, something that is bypassed with a grand jury indictment. So when we're talking about witnesses, we may see the other people that were close to David, like his manager and the other friend that had gotten detained before, have to testify to the situation. It will be important to see whether this reflects a difference in strategy or a difference of opinion regarding the strength of the case between LAPD and the DA, or if there's another reason for proceeding this way. Immunity agreements, whether formal or informal, remain in effect even though there was no indictment. This was a little bit conflicting with his attorneys, because they said that, like I read to you guys earlier, that they said there's no indictment returned by a grand jury and there was no criminal complaint. So there's like an arrest. One group is saying that he got detained, but these people are, obviously they're against each other. And then we got the news that he was officially an inmate. David Anthony Burke, age 21. Crazy that this happened when he was 20 years old.
That's what I'm saying. That's literally what I just said.
He didn't even get to live to see 20. And
that's literally what I just said in the beginning. It's crazy. Like, this guy just threw away everything at the age of 20. Like, bro, you're just starting your life. Like, you're just starting to live life. You know what I mean?
Juice WRLD lyrics coming back to haunt him. This guy, David, did not make it past 21. So you have the date of birth, you have his custody status, April 16th, 2026 at 10:44 p.m. Pacific time. So if any of you guys want to write him, the address is right there. But I'm really, really hoping that they have something to hit this guy with. And that he gets convicted.
They should,
because if they give him some charges and the charges aren't strong, and this guy beats the case, this is going to be our generation's OJ. This is worse than OJ Simpson, because usually with a couple with this OJ Simpson
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
situation,
I guess
he was married to her.
Yeah.
And spouses killing each other and not getting away with it, but spouses killing each other is like relatively common. That's the first person that police officer.
Spouses killing each other is relatively common. Yeah. I wouldn't say killing. I would say more domestic violence, maybe beating or hurting. I feel like killing is like a crazy final, like last minute resort type of thing. Like you got to be like mentally on the verge of breaking, or like physically, like you just don't want to be with this person at all. I don't know about killing, but domestic violence, yeah, I could get behind that. Oh, yeah, I could get behind domestic violence. I don't know about killing. I could be wrong, but I feel like killing is insane. But yeah, police do suspect their spouses first and foremost, which, yeah, I guess this is crazier than the O.J. Simpson's case. Yeah, in my opinion, I do see it, because like at least OJ didn't do it with kids. You know, at least OJ wasn't out here killing children or whatever. He was killing his wife, which is crazy. Don't get me wrong, but like he wasn't doing all this shit David was doing.
Person dies is their
but
spouse.
Like to compare David and OJ, I don't know. That's two evils. I won't compare.
It's a girl.
They both deserve death.
Significantly younger than David, and it's not just a significantly younger, like, oh, he was 30 and she was 20. It's like a significant gap in terms of he is a multi-millionaire, a star with a huge song.
Yeah. There's also that, like, that multi-millionaire that comes into, you know, aspects of the relationship. Like, I'm guessing like Celeste maybe depended on him for more than, you know, emotional and mental needs, right? She probably depended on David more for financial needs, you know, seeing as he's very rich and successful. Maybe David was helping her out with like a place to stay, because you got to remember, like, Celeste ran away from home, right? Like, to run away from home at such a young age means like you have someone out there that like has you. Like, you can't run away from home at the age of like 13 or 12. Like, no one is going to, you know, that's kind of, you know what I mean? Unless if you have someone that you can rely on or fall back on for food, for a place to stay, for shelter, for money, for rents, for anything. And I feel like David was kind of that to Celeste, which probably, you know, encourage Celeste to, you know, run away more or to escape more with David, or to maybe put faith more into David or something like that. I don't know their whole situation. I don't know what happened behind closed doors, but I would see maybe David was manipulative of her through, you know, his finances. Maybe they argued, and I see it a lot where couples argue because of earnings and money and how much they make and all that. So maybe there was an argument and he was like, well, you can fucking leave and go back being homeless or broke or whatever, or some shit, like, you know, something like that. I can see that happening. I can see, you know, a piece of shit like David using manipulative tactics on an innocent person like Celeste. I could see it. And the fact that he's a multi-millionaire kind of makes it worse, in my opinion.
Because like, the gap from a regular 19-year-old and a 19-year-old that's a touring musician with the hottest song and all of this fame is huge. Like, the experience gap just from the same age of just a male. And then she's 13, and like I've said in previous videos, she was moving like certain kids that you've probably had in your own middle school that are 12 and think they know everything, and they're constantly running away from home, and they think they're grown, and they're trying to hang out with people older than them. And does that justify anything? Absolutely not. No way.
Not at
because she's still a kid, and it's the parents' responsibility in this case to make sure
Doesn't
to
discipline
discipline,
anything.
use whatever
It does
means
not
they have at
justify
their
anything,
disposal.
not at all.
Because, hey, a 12-year-old doesn't know what the hell they're doing, ever.
Facts,
So if this
facts.
situation flops and this guy is able to beat whatever charges, this will be a
I
nightmare.
don't think
Now,
you'd be.
the
I don't
people
think he
that
could
are
be
the biggest
beat it.
winners in this entire situation is David's record label. Because if you look at the stats for David's
Yeah,
music,
hasn't it
had
been
one of
streaming,
the
like, going
biggest
up?
spikes
I heard
ever
that.
The first
I did
time
hear that.
he was arrested, and it continued because of all of the coverage that was happening. And people will cap like, this guy's got 22 million monthly listeners right now, still. And you know what's going to happen again? This
gonna
is
go
going
up.
to be another huge spike. It's probably
it's
going to
gonna
make
go
it
up.
back to the charts again.
It's so
A
crazy.
romantic homicide song that's nearly at 2 billion. This guy is still one of the most streamed
That's so
artists.
crazy.
And part of that was because of this. So his record label is going to be eating. And yeah, maybe they dropped him, quote unquote, but they definitely didn't drop the rights.
They
to
didn't
earn
drop
from
the
his
song.
music.
They didn't
That
drop
is
it.
for
They didn't
sure.
drop
He's on
that.
the same
They eating.
label as Billie Eilish, actually.
They eating.
They make some dark music. Well, earlier in her career, she made some dark music. But yeah, I'm hoping to keep up with all of this. This is one of the most interesting and fascinating cases we've ever seen. And I'm still not just disturbed by how, frankly, disgusting
it's
this is
disturbing.
and
It's disturbing.
horrifying this is. But there are a lot of details
It's super disturbing.
that do not make sense here in David's behavior when the car was first found. Because David was moving like everything was normal when they first found the car. And I was like, why would he do that? Because he would only cancel the tour after they would figure out who Celeste was.
Yeah.
So they found the body, and he still didn't cancel tour. It was only once they found the body was Celeste that he canceled,
the tour.
So my whole thing is, did he not know that Celeste's body was in there? Did he not know that there was a body in there? That's the thing that really trips me out. But we're going to, hopefully, we find out soon. We're going to have to stick out the weekend. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you
W-video.
enjoyed, I will keep you guys updated.
W-video. W-scene. Nah, yeah, this whole thing is messed up. And he just 21. I'm 24. To do this at 20, to have that type of mindset at 21, I couldn't. Like 21, I wasn't even approaching women, or I wasn't even approaching like women or girls like under the age of 20. If you were under the age of 20, I wasn't talking to you. Girl, guy, woman, man, I don't like out, you know, like I only approached, or I only surrounded myself with people that were of age, people that were 20, 21, and maybe like oldest like 24. When I was 20, when I was in my 20s. Right now I'm in my 24s. So it's crazy to me to see that, you know, someone that's, I guess, 18 at that time or 19 at that time was with someone of 13, 12 years old. That's a problem to me. That's insane to me. You guys always been weird. And the fact that everyone knew, his friends and I guess his close circle, but said nothing about it in itself is weird. Everyone should get held accountable. Everyone should go to stage to not stage. Everyone should go to the courtroom to you know, be I don't know. Everyone's just weird. Everything is just weird, honestly. But yeah, hopefully he does get the punishment he deserves. Hopefully justice is served. And yeah, I'm gonna look into more of this, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one.